Hey you guys, what's going on? It's your girl Jess Coy here and welcome back. Look at you, coming back for more. We lit or whatever. Don't forget you guys to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that like button if you want to join the family. You feel what I'm saying? We're always welcoming to everyone. And in the welcoming spirit, I know y'all seen the title of this video, and I'm gonna just ask that you not judge me too hard. Yes, I did watch my own car get robbed. It happened. It can happen to anybody, okay? Don't judge me, all right? But I'm just gonna stop on rambling and just get into this story time that, of course, could only happen to me. This happened maybe the beginning of the month, I want to say. I had just been, you know, chilling on my porch, minding my business, living my best life, you feel me, doing my daily medicinal things. And I was sitting outside my house and I was looking across the street, and our car was parked in front of, how do I put this delicately? Our car was parked in front of what could be perceived as, not saying it is, but it could be perceived as being a crack house. Okay, so that's where our car was parked in front of. So my house is on the right side of the street and the crack house is on the left side of the street, and our car is parked in front of said crack house. And I've come outside multiple times of the night and I've seen people come in and out of the house all the time, and usually the people that come out of the house don't really bother anybody, so I kind of don't really like think anything of who I see coming in and out. They don't really ask questions. I don't really want to know anything. This particular night, I hadn't even started my routine, and I was literally just enjoying the breeze, listening to music, and I was looking across the street, and this is a simultaneous story time because two things were happening at the same exact time. As I'm looking across the street, I see a woman exit the house. Let's call her Netta. At the same time that Netta comes out of the crack house, these two police officers are walking down the block. Now, I don't know if they're plain clothes. I don't know if they were undercovers. I don't know what they were. All I know is they had on some regular schmegula clothes and like baseball caps. Like, I didn't really think anything of them walking down the street. Now, in my neighborhood, I live in the hood. I live in the ghetto, as Nene Leakes would say. And so the police activity is just something that I'm used to. They were walking down the block, and we're gonna call one cop Tony, and we'll call the other cop Red Cap. So Tony is walking down the block next to Red Cap, and I'm sitting on my front porch, and Tony asked me if I saw a man come down the block lugging a garbage can. Now, I had to make sure I wasn't under the influence because I wanted to be correct that a cop was asking me if I saw somebody bringing a garbage can down the street. And I said, wait, what? You know, like, you gotta ask them to repeat themselves. And he said it again. I said, okay. He said, have you seen a guy walking down the street with a garbage can? I said, no. And he said, what about luggage? I said, well, how long ago did he come out? Like, how long ago did he come down the block? Because I just got outside, like, maybe 10 minutes ago. He's like, it just happened. I'm like, well, I ain't seen nothing, but I'll keep my eyes open. He's like, all right, cool, because they've been robbing people cars around here, and we just want to make sure that everybody's being safe. And he had asked about a couple cars that were in front of my house, and I let him know that a few of them were my family members' cars because I live in my family's house. And so he's like, okay, well, yeah, make sure everybody's just locking their doors and being safe and da-da-da-da because they're robbing people. And then Tony and Red Cat start to walk off towards the corner. Netta, at this same time, okay, literally at the same time, has gone into our car, went through the front seat, the driver's seat, opened the middle console, got whatever out that was in there. Went to the back seat, and went to the trunk, got whatever was out in there. Closed everything, had everything in her hands, and was walking away. This happened so crazy. She was walking diagonally towards Tony and Redcap as they were walking to the corner. Now, mind you, I'm sitting on the porch this entire time, and I'm just watching everything happen. It hadn't clicked in my mind that the car that Netta went into was my car. Let me tell you why. My mother and I both have slight OCD when it comes down to our cars. We lock the doors at least 4 times. So the fact that she just opened the door and got whatever out, and I didn't hear an alarm go off, I didn't hear anything crazy happen, I kind of figured, maybe she just had the little, the manual key, and she just stuck the key in the keyhole and unlocked the door that way rather than maybe push the button or something like that. Like maybe her button was broken. Like, I don't know sis life. Like, I don't know her story, so I don't know. I just thought this is a common body car. It was a Dodge Caliber. Like, it's not a car that on my block, like, it's not such a foreign sight that if I saw one parked across the street, I would automatically assume it was ours. I actually thought that I saw our car up the block. When I saw her go in it, I remember, like, that's not our car. And I glanced up the block, and I remember seeing a car that looked like ours, and that's why I didn't say anything. Besides the point. Netta's walking in the direction of Tony and Redcap, and like, they get to the corner, and I'm on the phone with my best friend at this point, and I'm like, oh, they done got this lady for something such and such and such and such, right? About 10 minutes later, I see Tony and Redcap walking back from the corner towards the direction of my house. They head over to the car, which was across the street in front of the crack house, and they start talking about the registration of the car and finding out who the car belongs to. I heard over the walkie-talkie on Redcap's shoulder, the lady, the dispatcher, asked him something about the address that the car was in front of. He asked me what my address was. I told him, like, 123 Smith Street. He's like, 123 Smith Street? I said, yeah. And at the same time that he's asking me this, Tony is at the bottom of the stairs, and we're talking. And Tony and I are talking, and as we're talking, I hear they say the name of the car that it's registered to. And they say, Monique so-and-so. And I'm like, Monique so-and-so? That's my mother name. I asked, I said, did the car, I said, did she rob this car? He's like, yeah. And I said, is this car registered to Monique so-and-so of 123 Smith Street? He was like, yeah. I said, that's my mother. He's like, that's your mother? I said, yeah, that's my mother. He said, she just robbed this car then. I said, yo! I literally just sat here and watched this lady rob my car then. They both start cracking up laughing. They're like, yo, how did you sit here and watch somebody rob your mother car? And I'm like, yo, bro, we was being real candid. And I was like, I have no idea. And I did get a little bit upset, like this much bit, like that much of rah-rah. Because I got pissed because I'm like, yo, bro, we don't have no issues, no problems, none of that. And this lady gonna come here being problematic and cause issues for my block. Like, I know my block bad, but you ain't gotta rob me. Like, I don't bother nobody. We don't mess with nobody. What you robbing us for? You could have just asked for it. So Redcap basically tells me, like, I just need to bring you over to the area so you can identify your stuff. Y'all, let me tell you what this lady got me for. You ready? 3 pairs of shades, 2 aux cords, change, about $3-4 worth of change that I kept in the car for tolls and stuff like that. That was just the front of the car. back of the car, she had went in my gym book bag. Now, I had a gym membership with Planet Fitness. I injured myself following the advice of one of these stupid ass trainers, and I hadn't went back. But I had cleaned out my book bag and I had put fresh clothes in it, but I left it in the car just in case I was paying for my membership, just in case I wanted to go back to the gym. I wouldn't have to worry about getting clothes out, whatever the case may be. So I just left it in the car. One of the things I had in my book bag in the car was my pair of wireless Beats headphones that Joey, if you want to know who Joey is, check the link in the description below. But Joey had got me those as a last Christmas gift, and I refused to give them back because I got him a $350 smart fossil watch. So besides the point, but I refused to give them back, and I kept them in the book bag. She got me for those, and then she got me for the box for my iPhone. There was nothing in the box, thank the Lord, but the box for my iPhone, and I think a charger. I kept a lot in the car, but it was because we always locked the doors. And from what Redcap said, it seemed as though the doors were never locked. So I'm guessing in the night or sometime in the day, because I know my mother was home for a long time, I'm thinking maybe she was tired and she forgot. But I'm like, yo, this like makes no sense. But there was no signs of forced entry. There was no windows broken, none of that good stuff. I identified my stuff. Kind of find out, I'm standing there listening to them, standing there and letting them talk about Netta, like just listening to the cops talk about, you know, her, and she's obviously high, and they're discussing amongst themselves like she got 3 warrants in like 3 different counties, and she a part of a ring of people that's been doing this for a while now, and they weren't even looking for her, but he just so happened, I believe Tony just so happened to see like her face in a like they book or something like that, and saw her and was like, oh, it's Netta, and was like, there you go. And she had just committed a robbery. So it just so happened that they did catch the bad guy, but it was by complete and utter chance, bro. But how? Somebody explain to me, how did I sit there and watch my own car get robbed? I ain't moved, jump up, nothing. It never really clicked in my mind that that car was mine. It didn't. I can't even. I gotta cut down the medicinals, obviously, because that had to be what it was. I can't be that. I ain't that special, y'all. Am I? All I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed my story time about how I watched my own car get robbed. Let me know what you guys think of this story time that of course could only happen to me in the comments down below, or if it didn't just happen to me. Have you witnessed someone's car get robbed that you knew, or did you see your own car get robbed and you kind of had a delayed reaction, you didn't do anything about it? I would love to know in the comments down below. If you like this video, definitely be sure to go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. If you want to join the family, go ahead and hit that subscribe button while you in the area. And if you never want to miss when I post any story times, rants, talks, chats, advice, tips, tricks, then hit the notification. Then hit the notification bell since you're going to be in the vicinity. And until next time, you guys, I love you all so very, very much. Thank you so much for coming back. I am so happy to be back on YouTube. And let's see. Be aware of your surroundings. Oh, real quick PSA, actually, before I officially go. If you live in the Jersey City area, please make sure that you are being aware of your surroundings, that you are double, triple checking your cars, and making sure that you're not leaving anything of personal value, whether it be monetary or financial or security-wise, like a social security card, insurance, registration. Don't leave any papers of those natures in your cars, just because they told me, and now I'm passing the word to all of you. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below, and until next time, deuces.